Hello and Labas. Welcome to the year 1310. Today is Friday, day 1 of 1310, and we've got Gree and Aidwolf out here working on weeding because they have the highest mental skill, so basically they're the only ones who can right now. Meanwhile, in the house, oh, I forgot about the ducks. If you get this duck pond, the thing to be aware of is that the ducks actually die if you don't feed them. They don't just like leave, so watch out. Sif's over here trying to keep things together, but I won't lie, Edgar's been on the ground for a while now, and Dovile's just, I don't know, being Dovile, I guess. And then Esmond is out here trying to take care of all of this stuff. You know, classic farm life. Classic farm life for us. Sif seems to be doing pretty okay for now. And Edgar also is doing pretty okay for the most part. And today is, in fact, the day that Sif will be giving birth to our last baby. So, it should be an interesting time. I did update the royalty mod, so illiteracy is now working. Which that was totally a user error on my part, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like we've got time to work on our literacy anyways, you know? So yep, we're just out here trying to keep this place running. Dovile's pretty miserable, so we're just gonna have her play with a toy and then go to sleep. Do these need watering or anything? No. And Esmond's kind of taken on the role of sort of like the cleaner and dealing with the animals for the most part, whereas the older kids, Aidwolf and Gree, have taken on the gardening as much as they can. But the problem is, of course, they can't do everything. They can weed, but they can't evolve, obviously, and they also cannot spray for bugs. But yes, today is the year 1310. Oh, Vilkas, I wish you could come over, but no, you're in a different country. It'll take you a year to get here, and you can't come back, otherwise you'll go to jail. Sorry, Vilkas. I think Sif's doing pretty okay for... No! Blowout just to make things even better. Leanne, I wish I could. A nightclub as a kid? It's wild. Okay, so Sif has just gone into labor, and we're not prepared. So I'm afraid we're gonna have to push through for a while and deal with these mini goats and mini sheeps. What in the name of everything? Oh man. Guess that means she lost those. Okay. There you go, kid. So, first things first. I'm sure that everybody noticed that when I was doing Esmond's, do not talk to her. She's very busy and she doesn't have time for you. Okay, buddy? I'm not trying to be mean, but she's dealing with a lot. So we're going to let Sif do whatever whatever I've told her to do. Sorry, Sif. So, I'm sure everybody noticed that Esmond was in rags, even raggier than his siblings had been. And that's because I figure now that it's just Sif with all of these kids, she doesn't... Well, first of all, they've run out of hand-me-downs for the oldest kids. And then, in addition... Oh, I have to get a bassinet. So yeah, we've run out of hand-me-downs to pass down to him, and Sif doesn't exactly have time right now to, you know, make new clothes for him. So I figured that Esmond would probably be by far the rattiest of all of the... Oh, I didn't realize that was busted, otherwise I wouldn't have done that. But I figured that he would be by far the rattiest of all of the children, and so I kind of dressed him that way. And I figure a nice challenge will be for Gree to work on to work on making sure that we can get everything sort of like made that we need. And that way we can, oh my gosh, is this a golden egg? Thank goodness. And that way we can kind of like earn being able to have clothes, which is an extra challenge, but who am I if I'm not somebody who loves chaos, you know what I mean? That's what I say about myself. Who am I if I'm not someone who loves chaos? She's gonna give birth before we even have a chance to like send her over there. Well, you know what? That happens sometimes. Great work, Cree. We're proud of you, and I want you to come up here and, oh, I thought that was a cross-stitching one. Okay, are you helping or are you hurting? Helping. Good job, girl. Oh my goodness. And everything's broken. We're gonna have to just replace it. We do not have time. He is so obsessed. Why don't you go gather some water and go fishing, okay? Yeah, I know that he's stinky. Just ignore that. It's not your problem. Gosh. Okay, we'll deal with this birthing thing first. He's laughing about it. Esmond, you weirdo. Yeah, we'll deal with this whole birthing thing, and then once that's all finished and fixed and everything, then we will, I don't know, talk about the new rule that we haven't gotten to yet. That's what I was gonna say. Is this actually lit? Looks like it. Okay, Sif. Wonder what she's growing in there. A boy baby? A girl baby? What's in there? We will find out. You can go ahead and resume those other socks, my good chum. Because hopefully we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 pairs of socks, Gray. Can you do that for us? Yes, have, baby. Good job, Esmond. Sif, that's the face I would have if I were you. And I already had 6 kids to take care of, and I had another one on the way. Well, coming out right now. Poor girl. Oh, wow, that was fast. A girl? Oh. That wasn't expected at all. What are our other girls' names? Gree and Dovile. Well, Sif is of Norse descent. I'm gonna regret this because I don't know how to say it. Give me a minute to check and see if I can learn how to say this name. Okay, the name that we've gone with is Aidas. Sorry, I always say it that way because that's the way that they say it the first time that you hear it at an online pronunciation thing. So Aidas is her name. So we've got Gree, Dovile, and Aidas. And so this is going to be Sif's last baby. So I hope that everything goes well for mom and baby. But there's really only one way to find out. And yes, we know the first one never counts, or rather, it doesn't allow her to do the first animation. Yep, we got it. Cloth diapers only, just to make our lives more awful. And breastfeeding only, of course. Thank you for keeping yourself busy. Thank you for following my instructions. You're also wonderful. Sure, you can meet your new sibling. You're a terror, but we love you anyways. Okay, so Sif, we're rooting for you because if you don't make it, I don't know. Well, I do know. I have a backup just in case, but we are rooting for you still. Okay. Okay, Sif. Gotta say you haven't had the best luck with girl babies, but let's give it a try. So, Sif just has to avoid rolling a 1 or an 11. So let's see. She's fine. And then the baby has to avoid rolling a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Ah, and the baby's okay too. Wow. So we get to keep them both. I wasn't actually very much expecting that, but I'm happy about it, you know? Okay. Oops. So that means that Idas is going to grow up on Sunday, as well as Edgar. Edgar's birthday into a toddler is on Sunday, and I feel really bad because Edgar has got the least stuff going on out of any of them. He has not like earned, well, I mean, he just got first blowout, so I guess that's something, but he hasn't really earned any of the same. I know, Edgar, I'm so sorry. He hasn't earned hardly any, what are they called? Infant milestones. And it's because he's been so sweet that we just kind of are like, yeah, you're over there by yourself, bud. Stop fussing. Oh, you're reaching a milestone? So sorry. Oh, see, even now, he reached a milestone, even though he's miserable. I'll give you a bath in a second. You have to eat first, buddy. Okay, so this is as good a time as any to talk about the fact that every decade we have something called a tallage. So in my amended rules, a tallage applies to everyone. So serfs, peasants, middle classes, and nobility, but all of the different classes have different consequences if they can't pay. So for serfs, it's not comparatively that bad, because if we can't pay it off within 2 years, then basically the male adult sim or the female sim of the male is passed on, and the oldest male child go to quote unquote prison, but really they're like working with the Earl, and they can't live with your household until it's been paid off. But basically that's as far as it goes. Whereas for some of the other classes, it gets a little bit, worse. So a tallage in medieval Europe was a tax imposed by the lord of an estate upon his unfree tenants. And the thing that's interesting is that by the 13th century, tallage had already become a fixed charge, but then they removed it. So the last royal tallage in England was taken in 1312. And I don't know for sure if that means that tallages stopped being applied to unfree tenants or not. So I play with bills off, and because I kind of find the bill system in The Sims kind of strange. And I found that money was growing too quickly. Also, money just like tends to pile up in The Sims. So I decided we were going to do it tallage style. And so it's supposed to be annual. In real life, it would be annual. But since the years are only 4 days, it doesn't make sense to do it every 4 years. That would be tedious. So instead, I decided that we'll do it once every decade. And it could be pretty good or it could be pretty bad. So I was going to name it a land tax, but because we have the lord's tax, and then we would have the land tax and the mill tax and the marriage tax and the main heir death tax, it just felt like it was a lot of like tax in the name. So if you know of a better name than tallage, let me know. But I've done the best that I could with the information that I had. So the way that I've set up the tallage is pretty brutal. We're going to check the cost of our holding, which I already did. Our holding is currently about 45,000. It was originally much lower, but as our plants have improved, I've noticed it's been going up pretty dramatically. So, yeah, it's funny. I can see people in here with me. Yay! So we're going to roll a d6. Not the first one never counts. Thank goodness. Okay, d6. And we got a 4. So for tallage, what that means is that we have to pay 40% of our holding. It is more than we have currently. Cool. Nice. Love that for us. Oh my goodness. Just like everything we own. At least it's not so bad. It's not so bad. At least it's not as bad as it could have been. Okay, so I'm going to sell some of this stuff, but we have to remember that we have to pay a tithe on it, but I can't, a tithe and a tax, but I can't remember. I feel like everything that's harvestable we already paid taxes on because it was in Darius's inventory. We'll tax it again because I can't remember. I just can't remember. So, yep, we're basically poor again, but that's okay. That's okay. We didn't really have a purpose for that anyways, did we? I mean, we wanted to pay our way out of being serfs, but sometimes that's just not gonna happen. Sometimes we just can't do it. Sometimes we're screwed. Okay, so that brings up another point, which is that before the plague, quit rent is like pretty expensive. So before the plague, we basically have to check the cost of our holding, including our belongings, so about 45,000 currently, and we have to add 3,000 simoleons for each member of our household. So if we were to try and do quit rent right now and buy our way out of serfdom, then we would have to... Did you not give this child a bath? Like, what is going on? Uh-oh, I think that she just got blasted. And you messed everything up, bud. No, don't. Don't do it. What are you doing? Yeah, something's nasty. Your child. No. No, you have to change his diaper. Oh my goodness. You now have to go and give Edgar a bath. It's a requirement. It's not optional. You don't have a choice. I don't care if you're squeamish, Sif. So yeah, if we'd have tried to buy our way out of having to... If we'd have tried to buy our way out of... Listen, kid, I'm doing the best that I can. Work with me here. Thank you. So if we'd have tried to buy our way out of serfdom, we would have owed 66,000 at this point in time. So we were still a long way off of that. But still, it's unfortunate that we've lost all that money. Sometimes it's only 10%, so hopefully we can save up money and have a few years where we have like some good, there we go, where we have some good tallages, but until then, we're just going to have to keep doing what we're doing and trying to do our best. I need you to put Edgar to sleep, Sif. I know that you stink, and I'm sorry for you, but this is the life of a serf, I guess. This is the life. Awake at almost midnight, doing the laundry. Because you've got so many babies around. That's probably good enough. And we're just going to try and get a little bit ahead of this situation, you know? I don't know if it'll work, but we're going to try. I do not envy Sif's life currently. I don't know about anyone else, but it's not the life for me, that's for sure. Green, no, not afraid of the dark. Oh, dang it. Edward, hey, Wolf, stop. Fine. I guess the chickens will have to starve because you're too much of a chicken to be able to deal with this. Wolf, don't be a baby. Now another thing is that today's actually our hunting day, but unfortunately we don't have anyone around to hunt, so we're kind of out of luck until Wolf's birthday, and that's quite a ways away. His birthday won't be until 13-14, so right before the famine. And I definitely don't think Sif is in any shape to be going out there today by herself. Okay guys, let's not both work on the same exact plant, okay? There's a lot of plants around here that all need to be weeded. There's enough to go around. Do you have enough? Yes, you do. Oh, but we haven't finished with the chickens yet. My goodness. It'll be really nice though once this family has some teenagers. It'll feel like a real success when we get to that point. Once we no longer just have a horde of young children. It'll feel like a real success once we get there. Oh my goodness. Well, good luck, kids. Hopefully nobody gets struck by lightning. We weren't even supposed to be here today, but it's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. You know, something that's interesting, though, is that today is actually, it would have been Selby's birthday. You know what? You've got enough points. It's not cheating if it's in the game. We're gonna buy a moodlet solver. I don't know how she got these points, but I'm not gonna spit in their face, you know? So we got a lot of nonsense going on. Yep, this is it. This is our life. Us and a stinky kid. Davile the one who looked happy about that. She looked up and she was like, yes, I enjoy my stinky life. Oh, my young friends. Let's just hope that we all survive this, you know? And Sif, you and the laundry, it drives me insane. At least it's only you, I guess. Could be worse. Bless our army of children out here. I'm pretty sure this is breaking all the labor laws. This house must be the worst place to live in the whole world. You know, we're kind of in survival mode currently. You can... I don't know, bud. Like, I don't know what you want from me. Can you do something? Oh, you know what's so funny, though, is that I've just looked outside here, and it's also pouring. Yeah, you can make a hat. Oh, yeah. We obviously won't use these, but maybe you can make some hats for us. You guys finish up with all of these, and then I'm going to have us leave for a bit. For the last part of the day, we'll go to Town Center and the boys can use some instruments since they both want to. You know. Finished? Finished? Oh, cute. Okay, that's it. We're out of here. Oh yeah, so I was thinking that since today would have been Selby's birthday if she was still with us, I was thinking, man, how different our lives would have been if Selby was still here instead of it just being, you know, us guys. Yeah, I know, those bathrooms are buggy. Toilets, rather. Oh, hey, Ava. Who else is out here? Ooh, Elspeth Jacobson. She's new. Whoa, Kenelm's an adult now? Dang. Didn't know that about him. Sindri, Oscar, all the usual suspects. Oh, we made some money. I'm pretty sure we're awful. So that was very generous of them, but thank you. Oh, who's got dad? Sounds really bad. It's Gree. Gree's got him. Okay, Gree. Come on over, bud. I'll do something cute with this later, but Darius, there you go, my friend. Oh my gosh, they're making money? That's funny, because they have 0 skill. But we'll take it. We'll take your money. We're poor, and oh yeah, this is what we keep getting tipped for, listen. That's a pity tip if I've ever seen one, but thanks, Sindri. It was nice of you. Sindri's like, oh, I guess these are my nephews now, so I have to be nice to them. Has anybody cooked anything? Because we're kind of hungry. Oh, hey, Huxley. Huxley, my secret, well, one of my secret favorite Sims. Has anybody cooked anything? Because we're hungry. Okay, go for it, girlfriend. Ah, what a cacophony of beauteous noise. Thanks, Dagmar, for the pity, the pity tip. It's so silly. It couldn't sound any worse. They sound so bad. Oh well, what can you do? You go talk to Huxley. He's your family's buddy. I guess you don't know him so much, but go chitter chatter with him. Oh, also I forgot to pay for our dad's funeral, so I will do that right now. I wonder if Huxley's ever gonna marry on his own. I try not to mess with the side households. Now that I've created them, I kind of just want them to like go forth and prosper, but the Plowmans have such beautiful genes. I think they're so attractive, all of them, and I want them to continue to pass those beautiful genes down so that eventually we might mingle our bloodline with their bloodline, you know? Gotta be thinking that long term. We want to keep having some beautiful Sims in the future. And I'm glad to see that Grease seems to be fixed from her fear. Sindri, not so much. She's constantly screeching at people. Are we sounding any better in here, boys? You know, slightly. Slightly. Okay, well, on that note, I think we're gonna go home. Oh dear. Where are you? The bigger question... Oh, good. Edgar is right here. Edgar, where... Oh, head through? Okay. Dovile, go potty. Thank goodness they got her... something. What am I trying to say? Thank goodness they got her showered while we were away. You come grab a serving. You come grab a serving, and Gree, you're on helping baby duty if you can. Hopefully it's just a dirty diaper. Low social? Doesn't seem like it. Nope, nope. Okay, well, I think that's where we're gonna leave this part. It is partway through 1310. We are in chaos, of course. It's pretty late on Saturday, and on Sunday, we have quite a few events. Baby's aging up. Edgar's aging up. Agla's having a baby. Blee, blee, blah, blee. So I will see you all in the second half of 1310. Bye-bye, everyone.